Hi, I'm Tom Gledhill of Murphy Business. In the last video titled Analyze the Company, we examined those business functions that affect business value. Those functions actually affect the degree of risk that a buyer would face going forward with the company. In this video, we're going to take what we gleaned from the previous video and combine it with the numbers from the financial statement to arrive at a ballpark value for the business. So follow along with me as we examine one methodology in the valuation process. There are about 9 methods of valuing a business that professional appraisers use. Most of them are used for special situations, mainly in larger companies. But we only need one method to ballpark the value of a business. Before we get into details, let's discuss some valuation fundamentals. Valuing a business is mostly about risk and cash flow. The higher the cash flow, the higher the value. The lower the risk, the higher the value. Expressed as an equation, value equals cash flow divided by risk, where cash flow is a dollar amount and risk is expressed as a percentage. What is cash flow? In smaller companies, revenues less than about $3 million or so, we use seller's discretionary earnings, or SDE. SDE equals net operating income plus owner's salary plus adjustments. Owner's salary is adjusted regardless of its value, whether it be $50,000 or $500,000. Adjustments are any expenses taken that are not absolutely necessary for the operation of the business. Examples of adjustments are any auto expenses, meals and entertainment, depreciation, excess salary, non-recurring expenses, and so forth. Excess salary is any salary amount over the market value for that job, and it's usually given to a relative of the owner. Non-recurring expenses are extraordinary expenses that occur only once. Expenses that occur every 3 or 4 years are not non-recurring. The adjustments must be reasonable and verifiable, but too many can raise a red flag. Once we've determined cash flow, or SDE, we need to determine risk. In a previous video, Analyze the Company, we examined aspects of the business that affected value. These are the things that affect risk. In the eyes of a prospective buyer, the company's performance should be transferable and sustainable. If you are the company and the company can't function without you, the performance is not transferable if you leave, thus increasing risk. The simple equation that we use for ballparking value is value equals SDE times a multiplier. The multiplier represents the degree of risk and is typically between 1.5 and 3 for smaller companies, again less than about 3 million. The lower the number, the higher the risk. The multiplier is the inverse of risk expressed as a percentage. For instance, a multiplier of 3 is a degree of risk of 33%. Now that you have estimated risk from an analysis of your company and determined your company's SDE, you're ready to determine an approximation of your company's value. Larger companies, revenues greater than about 3 million, use EBITDA instead of SDE. EBITDA is earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. EBITDA is simply SDE minus a reasonable owner's salary. Anything over a reasonable amount for the owner's salary is treated as excess salary and adjusted. The multiplier using EBITDA is usually between 3 and 5 for a lower middle market company. The multiplier increases as the company size increases, as larger companies are deemed a lower risk. One final point. Any business valuation must take into consideration the economy and the availability of capital. In this video, we've just scratched the surface of business valuation. In no way does it take the place of a professional valuation, but it should give you an appreciation of some valuation fundamentals and also a method of ballparking your company's value. In the next video, we'll use that ballpark value to help us examine the sell or keep decision. I'm Tom Gledhill, and I'll see you at the next video.